In Hasbro's continuing quest to put every single original vintage Kenner action figure in a reinterpreted vintage collection card back, we have this wave of 50th anniversary figures exclusive to Walmart. We have Princess Leia from Endor, Paploo. For the longest time as a kid, I thought his name was just Paploo. I didn't realize he had 2 O's at the end of his name. And the ATST driver. I think this is the first time the ATST driver's gotten a TVC card back. Definitely the first time for Paploo. But Leia, I believe she did get like a Vintage Saga collection release, but this is the first time in the Vintage collection. And the upgrade for this from the original, we'll talk about it, because I actually will compare all these to their original forms. So yeah, I really like these 3 figures. I was hesitant if I was going to get these guys at all. I was like, I'm not going to order them. If I see them in stores, I'll grab them. And thankfully, I actually found the displayer of these guys, and I was so excited. I snagged these 3, and I have no regrets. So let's talk about probably the most boring of them first, the ATST driver, because ATST driver's cool and all, but he's just an ATST driver. He doesn't even get a picture of himself on the card back. He just gets an ATST, just so the kiddies know what he drives. Even though it's actually the ATST that I think Chewbacca hijacked. So, I mean, he drove it before Chewbacca hijacked it. Yeah, he's got the nice blue on the back. You can see he's got the whole 50th anniversary Lucasfilm, just those 3 figures. And one thing I'm a little iffy on, I just totally killed him. Oh, well. It has 50th anniversary Lucasfilm printed on the top corner. Wish it was a sticker. Really do. Because they do stickers a lot, like, first release, mail away, blah, blah, blah. They put a sticker right there. But they printed 50th Lucasfilm. So it's like you get all these figures. I mean, they could have just left it on the back, right? Could have just left it there. I don't know. It just kind of ruins the look of the pure vintage card back. So I'm a little iffy on that. And they even moved the warning logo down there for it. So I'm a little undecided on how I feel about that. Actually, I've decided I don't like it. But it is what it is. I open my figures, so I can live with it. But here is the ATST driver. He is a reuse of the older ATST driver mold. Because honestly, Hasbro doesn't need to be going back and remaking everything and everything and everything better and better and better. This is good enough. This is fine. We don't need, like, updates on every single body mold. We really don't. Some really need it. Like, this ATST driver totally serves its purpose. It's totally fine. You can already see the articulation. Like, it's not bad. He can move his hips. They pinch in together more so he can actually sit in an ATST nice and comfortably. He's got the hinges up and down at the ankles. I mean, you can see he's nicely articulated. It's an ATST driver. What would you expect? He actually has a nice ball joint at the waist, too, which I'm surprised by. But the main upgrade to the figure itself on this guy, from the original, which will bring in the original, this exact copy came with the Walmart exclusive ATST for this guy. Main difference is under the helmets. So for the original version, you have the classic, just painted face. You know, it is what it is. My camera is picking it up as a face, though. But you get the face printing for the new one. And yeah, that looks so good. They actually had to add a scar on it, like a classic G.I. Joe. Just so they're like, yeah, we want to make sure this doesn't look exactly like somebody because it looks really good. And it does, man, it does. It's a really good face on the new one. It looks really nice. I mean, this face looks kind of dopey, you know, you want to keep it hidden under the helmet. But I'm actually thinking I'm going to give this guy a helmet with the visor, with the goggles up, because it's a crime to hide pretty much all that face behind this helmet. So I'll probably, after this video, swap out that helmet with another one I have. Because I need to see that face, man. That is a beautiful looking face. So yeah, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much the same. Not really many differences. You can see it's still got the Imperial logo. It's a little nicer painted on the new one. Pretty similar stuff, man. Pretty similar stuff. Not too much of a difference. You can see, though, they have added some numbers on the back of the thigh, which, I mean, they do what they gotta do. But yeah, it's not too much else to talk about with this guy. He's nice. He comes with an E11. It's honestly the best ATST driver you can get. I'm pretty happy with it. And I do believe the original vintage figure had the goggles down, too, right? So this is actually more of a... I'm pretty sure the vintage one had the goggles down. So this is like a pretty faithful representation of the original vintage one, too. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, really nice figure, dude. I really do like that one. And then let us bring in Paploo. Actually, gotta show the card back first because there's some controversy. So this is not Paploo on the card. This is an Ewok whose name begins with an R. I remembered it and now I forget it. It's it has left me. I remembered it yesterday. Yesterday I'm like, I'm gonna review that video. I'm gonna review this. I need to remember his name. Boom, it's gone. Sorry, there's his name. That's the name of this character. You may be thinking, oh, why is it the wrong character on the card back? That's what Kenner did. So Hasbro decided to replicate the Kenner card back. And some people are iffy on this. They're like, man, they should have, updated the image like they have with other characters. But others are like, they should stay purist with what it was in the original vintage Kenner. So basically, Hasbro can't win for losing. Whichever one they would have gone with, there would have been plenty of people who complained. So it's accurate to the original vintage. I can live with that. That, though, that still bugs me. And like, why is it down there now? I just don't like that. I like the color, though. I like the yellow. So, yes, Paploo. This poor guy just cannot have his own identity, I guess. Because this figure is a repaint with new parts of Lumat. Lumat! Who's Lumat? He's an Ewok! Whoa! That's an inside joke. You'll never know it. But yeah, he's got the same face as Lumat, the same body as Lumat. He's basically Lumat with Paploo colors and Paploo accessories. Is this a problem? For the body, no. But for the head, I'm a little iffy on it because Paploo, I feel like, has always been very distinct for always having his teeth exposed. And like he's always just got his teeth showing. And this Paploo, like, I feel like they could have done it. They could have painted a little bit of white in between his lips, but they just didn't. So that's disappointing. Like, it doesn't... Other than that, the face looks like Paploo. It does. It's close enough. But it's... Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that. It's still a really nice mold, though. I mean, Lumat was a cool figure, and, I mean, Paploo's also really cool. But we do have the old Paploo to compare it to as well, also. So here's the old one. You can see he's a lot shorter. He does have the teeth exposed, which is more faithful to Paploo. I feel like the tunic on the old one, like the cloth, just has more detail. Doesn't have the feather. Does not have the feather. But it just has some more paint wash. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Can we swap the heads? Let us see. Because this body's very under-articulated. It says, nothing at the elbows, only swivels at the hips. The feet... I mean, the feet have hinges, but it's just the swivels. They can't even move outward. So, yeah, pretty under-articulated body. But let's see if we can swap the heads. I'm curious. Because I know some people are complaining about... I mean, sorta. I think there is a ball joint size difference. There's a slight ball joint size difference, yes. The new one's slightly smaller. But, I mean, if you, like, just modify it a little bit, you could just swap it. I wonder if you can swap the actual tunics, too, because you can't take these off. Ooh, this might be hard to take off of this one. Let's try. Let's see. Let's see if it's doable. If we can take off his... Ooh. I don't think that's coming off easy enough for this video. I mean, I would imagine you can. Seem to be about the same head sizes. If you want to, like, swap those so this one has the feather and then use this head. You might be able to do that. This head I do think looks better. Because he's got the teeth showing, and he has that little Ewok innocent, cute look while also looking like he's going to kill you. But this one, he looks a little dopey. That's okay. His articulation, though, is really nice. Ball hinge shoulders, nice elbows, swivel at the wrist. He's got nice in and out at the hips. You can move him forward, too. Got really nice ankle joints. You can move him up and down. So that's really nice. Honestly, I like the... I think they did good on the articulation for the legs because... I mean, you'd think, oh, should he have knees? Dude, did you ever really see an Ewok bend their knees? I don't think so. Waist swivel, head's on a ball joint. It's a pretty good figure, man. It's pretty good. He does have his little stick here, and he does have his little knife. So we got that. That slips in there all nice. So yeah, man, it's not bad. It's pretty good. I like it. My main issue is just the head. I feel like if they would have just done a little bit of white in between the lips, it would have looked a lot better. But I mean, the old one's still nice. I'll probably put one of these on a speeder bike, and the other will stay with my other Ewoks. So yeah, that's cool. That's really nice. At least this one can actually hold his accessory nice. This one's a little iffy. That's why he's got the rubber band. So yeah, there's Paploo. And then I saved my favorite for last, Princess Leia Endor. This is one of my favorite outfits for Princess Leia. And this figure is awesome. As you can see, they actually did the thing that they did in the Kenner days, where the helmet had its own bubble. They actually finally replicated that in the vintage collections. That's super cool. I think they also might have done that with the Bush Leia. I don't know. I didn't get that one. You can see the back's the same. Still does the 50th thing. Really nice image, though. Really do like that picture. So, this figure, just the colors, man, they pop. They pop so much. It just looks so great. Oh my gosh. And that likeness and just the look. Oh man. This does reuse that same body mold from the old Leia, which I will compare. But man, this new tunic and the, oh wow. Oh wow. Oh man. This just, look at that detail. Look at that color. This looks so nice. And the head sculpt. That looks exactly like Carrie Fisher. To me, at least. That's basically dead on. I mean, especially for the small scale, that looks perfect. That looks so good. Like, wow. I mean, seriously. That is amazing. Helmet fits on nice. Doesn't look too big and out of place. It's really good. It's really nice. One thing I just noticed, you can see the logo is on this side of the helmet, but it's on the other side of the helmet on the card art. So I guess that's an inverted image. So it's interesting when they do that. So let's compare it to the old one right away, because I'm eager to do that. This was one of my favorite Princess Leia figures when it came out. And when it came out, or when I got it, I should say, because I got it a couple years after it came out, I thought this was the best Carrie Fisher likeness Hasbro had done up to this point. Yeah. We've come a ways, haven't we? We have come a ways. This one does have the, like, it uses the same helmet as like a lot of the other figures, so it has the strap too, which isn't really accurate for Leia's. But this one does have a new helmet too, and it really benefits. You can see the tunic on this one's is so dull. It just is missing so much of the color and the poppingness that's really nicely replicated on this one. You can see, though, it still uses the same belt. Still goes around the same way. It looks a lot nicer on the new one, though. Less glossy and plasticky. The legs, the blue's brighter. Like the yellowy orange is brighter. It just, oh man, it looks so nice. I do think she's got the wrong gun, though. But it's not the end of the world. It's pretty similar to what she had in the movie, I guess. But you can also take the tunics off and see her outfit underneath. So that's really nice. So we'll get the helmet off of this one. And a big reason why I was definitely very happy about this is because I want one Leia without the tunic and one Leia with the tunic. So this is the last time this Leia will ever wear the tunic, ever. Because underneath you do have the fully detailed body of her outfit. So that's awesome. Then you can get the belt back on. It does fit a little loose now that it doesn't have to go around all that fabric. But get the belt back on, and there you go. There's Leia in her normal outfit for the old one. And I actually have not even taken it off of the new one yet, because the new one for me is pretty much always going to have the poncho on, because it just looks so beautiful. But we'll just untab it and slip it out. It's going to be such a pain to slip it back through. And then get this off. And then, again, can I pop the head off? That might make it a little easier. Ooh, come on. Come on. Come on off. Come on. I said come on. There we go. All right. So with this one off, we can get this strapped back on. And you can see, also looks really nice underneath too. You can see if it'll ever focus. Still has the rank badge there. Has more detail on the belt. Has a black belt this time around, which is real nice. The pants just look so much more vibrant on the new one. They look so much better. Doesn't have discolored hinges. Like the hinges are actually the right color on the new one. Man, this new Leia is definitely worth it. If you love Princess Leia and her Endor outfit, this new one is 100% worth the buy. 100%. I love it. So there we go. That's pretty much it. That's my look at the new 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Vintage Collection Wave that you can find at Walmart right now if your Walmart doesn't suck. That's kind of a funny statement because all Walmarts suck. Oh, I didn't really show her articulation. It's good articulation. It's an older figure though, so she doesn't even have wrists, but it's good articulation though. It's good. I'm like, I know I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I didn't even show how she moves. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's Leia with her nice poncho and everything. There's Paploo, and then there's the ATSD driver. Oh, come on. I totally messed up his ankles, and you can't even see him. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome figures. Highly recommended. Well, at least for Leia, highly recommended. Paploo, if you don't have a Paploo already, that's a really good one to get. And the ATSD driver is really nice for an Imperial Army. Pretty essential figure for an Imperial Army, in my opinion. Especially if you have an ATSD. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to the patrons. There are the names of the patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.